Hi, my name is Rob Haskell and I am the owner of Intuito Web Design and Communication. Today I would like to show you some really cool things about WordPress and show you why it's such a great tool to manage your website with. I talk to a lot of people about their websites, and sometimes I hear things like, well, I have a website but somebody else manages it for me and it takes me a couple weeks to have the changes implemented. For people like that, WordPress is just going to be great news, because with WordPress you don't have to wait for somebody else to implement your changes. You can implement them directly through a very easy to use interface. So I have this demo website set up here with three simple pages: a home page, some text, an about page, and a blog page that lists a series of blog entries. And then over on the right we have some links and some other information. Now, just so you know, this is a WordPress template, but WordPress is not tied to a particular look. A WordPress website can actually look like anything, but this just happens to be the template that I've chosen for the demonstration. Well, let's pretend that this is your website and that you've created your home page text here, but then suddenly you think, you know what, there's something I really need to add to this. Maybe there's a new development in your business or something. You really need to put it in there. Well, hey, no problem. All you have to do is go down and log in to your website. Use your username, your password, and now you're in the back end, what we call the back end of WordPress. And from here you have access to all the information and you can control everything that is on your website. In this case, we're going to go to Pages and we're going to choose Home because we want to edit your home page, right? Let's go in here and let's add some information to it. Something new about. I've made the changes. Now to make them live, all I have to do is click the Update button and it's done. I'm going to click on View Page and that'll take me back to the front end. And you can see that the text I added is now live. Wasn't that easy to do? That's no more complicated than writing in a Word document on your computer, really. With WordPress, you have access to all the information on your website directly. You can do it all yourself. You don't have to wait for anybody else. Well, there's other things that we might want to do with this page. For example, it might be nice to add an image. How would we go about that? Well, we would just go back to the back end and edit the page again. But let me show you something first. Once you're logged into WordPress, you actually don't have to go through those different dialogues in the back end. You can just click on Edit and go straight to that page and edit it. Isn't that easy? Okay, so we want to add an image. First, I'm going to place my cursor in the paragraph that I want the image to appear, and I'm going to make it appear over on the right side. So I'm going to go up to Upload, Insert, click on this little box, and then I'm going to go ahead and select an image from my computer, just like you might in any other program. So I've got this random picture here I found on the internet. This is not somebody I know nor anything about. And I'm going to upload that image. Now there's various controls I can use here. I can add a caption, for example. And you can add a link to it if you want to link out to something. Click on the picture to open up another web page. And you can choose left, right, center, just like you can in a program on your computer. So I'm going to put it over on the right, and I'm going to make it medium size because 400 pixels seemed a little bit big. So I'm going to go ahead now and click Insert into Post, and here's my image. Insert in the post. To make it live, all I have to do is click Update. Now I'm going to go ahead and hit the View Page button. We're going to go back to the home, and guess what? Here's our image with the caption. Now looking at this, I'm thinking, now that I see it, I think the image is still a little too big. I'm not sure I really like the caption styling either. So I'm going to go back and edit again. I'm going to hover and click and then go to the Edit Image icon. And here I can make it small. I'm going to take it down to 70%. I'm going to delete the caption. And then I'm going to click Update. And now I also have to update again to update the post. I'm going to go back to my home page. I'm going to hit refresh, and guess what? Here we are. That looks a lot better, doesn't it? Well, that is just a couple examples of some of the common things that you do with your website, just so you can see just how easy and how simple it is to use WordPress. Again, there's no need for you to have a website that is updated by somebody else. The best practice for a business is to have the business owner or somebody that works in the business to be in the website, using it adding content to it. That way it's all fresh, and that way it comes straight from the source. If you want to know more about WordPress, please contact me and let's talk about your website. Again, my name is Rob Haskell, and I'm the owner of Intuito Web Design and Communication.
Hey everybody, it's Ori from AstroWeb, and I'm creating this video to show you how to implement and use Contact Form 7 for your WordPress site or your blog. Very simply, Contact Form 7, in my opinion, is the best and easiest contact form solution for website, just to implement a simple contact form, and it has a few interesting features to it. So let's go ahead. So what we're going to do is we're going to set up on our blog. Right now we don't have a contact form, right? So it's just a contact page. We're going to set up Contact Form 7, put a form in, add some analytics add-on, and that's it. Show you how to implement. Okay. So first thing you want to do is you want to go and you want to install the plugin. Okay, so I'm going to go to plugins, click on add new, search for Contact Form 7. Okay, find it, install, click on install here. Okay, and activate the plugin. Okay, cool. So now we should have it right here installed right here. Okay, so let's click on the settings. Okay, and basically when you install it first time, it sets up a form for you, right? So let's obviously you can add new ones right here, but let's edit it. Let's see what's going on. Edit, and you can see by default it gives you kind of the name, email, subject, and message. Okay, so what you basically want to do is you want to first create, when you add a new one, you want to create the fields that you want to be filled out. So in our case, name, email, subject is fine. If you want to maybe add like phone number or some other tag, you'd click here on generate, you'd go on, let's say, phone number, right? Name the field, so maybe we can call it phone. Add any kind of CSS classes or IDs or size or stuff like that. Make it mandatory, if not, right? Required field, yes or no. And then what you do, once you finish that, you just copy this text. Right here it says copy this code, and then you just throw it where you wanted to. So I would need to do something like this, right? Sorry. So phone number, and then use the same format as my code, right? And then something like that. Okay, and then the second thing is you'd put this second one in the email. So basically what that does is the first line here is the actual code that you need to copy to implement on your page, the actual field, right? The drop down or the text area or whatever it is. The second one right here you need to drag into your message, and this is the actual email that gets sent, right? So you're going to drop it where you want. Maybe you want it, a line down or something in that sort, right? And then here you're going to fill up your to, email, and from, and all, and anything else you want. But we're not going to get into that too much. So the bottom you have what you want the message to say upon sent successfully or failed or errors or stuff like that. So pretty simple, pretty straightforward. So let's actually go here, and then once you finish all of that, you're going to click on save, okay? And you're going to copy this code right here. So all you need to do is just copy this and paste it into your page where you want your form. So let's click on copy here, and we're going to go to pages. Okay, go to our contact page, edit, and we're going to implement it where we want. So let's say we want to implement it below these links. Okay, just like that. Let's click on update, and let's go to the page. Okay, I'm going to refresh, and boom, and our form is right here. Okay, so let's fill out a form. So let's say Ori, and then info, okay, and subject is hello, test. This is a test, right? Let's go to the bottom. Phone number, let's add because we added that, right? And click on send. That's it. So your message was sent successfully. Let's go check our email. Okay, and boom, we got it, right? Hello test from Ori. Everything, even the phone number is here. Perfect. So that works perfectly. Now, I just want to give you one more tip to add, which is a really interesting one, which is adding some event tracking for analytics, right? So what you want to do is very, very simple. What we like to do is we like to track things better. So this obviously assumes that you have analytics added to your blog. So let's go here. You see we have the analytics tracking code right here. Right, this is actually Universal Analytics, the latest one, right? So now if we want to track every time a form gets submitted correctly, and we want to know that as a goal or as event tracking, so we can know who came, which mediums or which visitors came from which area and actually contacted us or did some kind of event, what we would do is we would go back to the contact area, okay, edit the contact form that we created, click on edit, okay, and then scroll all the way to the bottom under additional settings, okay. So we would go and we would enter the following information. So on set OK, which means if the form was filled out good, if it was successful, do a Google Analytics send an event, right? So you would keep all this the same, and then here's where you would name your contact form. So we called it contact form, let's say blog, and then the actual value would be, or the label would be sent. That's it. So you want to make sure you did this correctly with all the correct quotes and double quotes and single quotes. Go save it. Okay, let's save that. And now I'm going to go to our analytics. We'll fill out a form and make sure that it actually worked and it triggered it. And that'll really help you track your goals, and maybe if you're doing pay-per-click ads, you can know that someone actually filled out a form based on a paid keyword or something in that sort, right? So let's go to real time. Let's go to events, okay? And let's fill out a form, okay? Let's go here. Refresh the page. Let me actually check here that we're on events right here, and let's go and type in Ori and test@test.com, test subject, a test message, and let's just do a test phone number, okay, maybe 555. Click on send. Your message was sent successfully. Let's go here. And here's the event right here, right? Contact form blog, and it worked. So it triggered it. It goes into your event tracking. Very, very useful, very interesting. And that's pretty much it. So hope you enjoyed this video. Let us know if you have any questions. We have some articles on our blog about this event tracking. Contact Form 7 is pretty cool. Kind of add on to WordPress. It's free, and that's it. So hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you again. Really appreciate it.